everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Thank you, Sarah, for your tutorial. Yeah, I wanna go back to Poly-Chords. Yeah, first we're gonna do our warm-ups. I wanna do chromatic scales. I wanna do our ear training rundown with single notes, melodic fragments, intervals, triads, and then I would like to go to Poly-Chords. So why don't we start? Let's start with chromatic scales. Chromatic scales. Every week I do a different key, yeah, and we work with our chromatic scales in 2 different levels. Okay, my piano is okay, I think. Volume. Good. Okay, why do I emphasize chromatic scales? Just in one pass, ascending and descending. Chromatically, as you can see, you know the syllables change, chromatically ascending and chromatically descending. We cover pretty much not only all the movable do solfege system, but later on, we also going to be covering all the harmonic possibilities in chord scale harmony. So to do this at the very beginning, when I teach my class in Los Angeles College of Music or in different colleges, that's what I do, yeah, to warm up all my students. So here we go. We're going to play and sing at the same time, chromatic scale on B flat. I'm going to play and sing. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Now, that was a foundational practice. Now we're gonna go to a higher practice. I would like you to sing this scale, and you're gonna touch the keys of the keyboard, or if you're fretboard on the guitar, just touch the strings, but you actually are not gonna make a sound. You're not gonna play a note. Why? So that you're gonna sing, you're gonna use your memory, okay? So, and you're gonna activate your inner listening, see how strong those notes are. Why do we touch the notes? To create a kinesthetic connection, which is very important when we compose and improvise. Here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Now descending, touching the keys but not playing. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, very good. So now we're gonna do the same in bass clef. Bass clef, we're gonna play a triad, major triad. Against the major triad, we're gonna play a bass line, ascending and descending, and we're gonna sing and play. 3, and do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, re, ra, do. Okay, very good. So now we're gonna take it to another level. Same, we're gonna play a triad. Yeah, and we're gonna let it ring just to establish the key center. And we're gonna touch the keys, but we're not gonna play them. We're gonna sing the notes. Here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Good, we're together. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, good. Yeah, we are doing a good warm-up. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our ear training proper. And we're gonna start with, what are we gonna do? We're gonna start with single notes. Yeah, let's start with single notes. Okay, single notes. Actually, this system we're gonna apply to all the chord and scale relationships, all the possible modal and key centers. Yeah, but we're gonna start easy. We're gonna start with a major triad and a major scale in all the different keys. There is a prerequisite for this, and this is to be able to construct all the major scales, ascending and descending, with solfege in all 12 keys. I put several videos on my YouTube channel and in Facebook too, so you can go and refer back to them. Yeah, and just work with them so that you feel proficient, and here in this class we can just fly. So now I'm gonna play a triad. I'm gonna ask you to sing one of those notes. We're gonna go one by one. After each note I'm gonna be changing keys. So here we go. I'm gonna do the first one, do. I'm gonna play any key at random. Do. Okay, we're gonna go to the next key. Let's go to the key of E. Now let's sing Fa. Fa, checking. Let's go to A flat. T. T, checking. And let's go to B. Mi. Mi. Another one. Let's go to G. When I sing La. La. La, check. Even if we might be a little bit off, so we have to work on that too. And let's go to G flat. Re. Re. And let's go to the key of B flat. We're gonna sing Sol. Sol. Okay, so that's a nice, easy warm-up with single notes. And now we're gonna move on. We're gonna work with melodic patterns. So the first, if I would be teaching this class in college, the first thing I would do is pitch matching. And I've created a 10 video series on pitch matching. That's a warm-ups. Then I would work on finding do. I would play triads, and I'm gonna ask everybody, okay, let's listen to the implied key. Do, change key. Do, change key. Do, and so on. After we can do that, and after we can build our major scales using solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, in all 12 keys, then we can move and do other things which are much more interesting. Like this one, melodic patterns. Yeah, we're gonna construct melodies on re, on the second degree, and we're gonna move from key to key to key to key to key to key. Okay? So here we go. We're gonna start in the key of, let's start in the key of C. We're gonna sing the first one, re, mi, fa, mi, re. Re, mi, fa, mi, re. Let's go to number 2. Re, do, ti, do, re, but now in the key of E flat. Together, we're gonna sing re, do, ti, do, re. Re, do, ti, do, re. Checking. Actually, that's the best way to practice. Just establish the key, play a triad or a chord eventually, any voicing. Then sing the pattern to see if you can hear it in your mind, and then you check. Check on the keyboard, check on the guitar. Let's go to number 3. Sing re, mi, re, do, re. Re, mi, re, do, re. Checking. And together, let's go to the key of E. Now let's sing number 4. Okay? Re, do, re, mi, re. Together. Re, do, re, mi, re. Checking. Okay, so far, patterns 1 through 4 are diatonic patterns based on seconds, diatonic seconds, yeah, or melodies, melodic fragments, that's better put, yeah, based on diatonic seconds. Now, patterns 5 through 8 are melodic patterns based on diatonic thirds. So why don't we start? Let's start easy. Let's start in the key of C. We're gonna sing re, fa, la, fa, re. Together. Okay. Re, fa, la, fa, re. We're gonna check. And let's go to A flat. We're gonna sing re, ti, sol, ti, re. Re, ti, sol, ti, re. Checking. And let's move on. Let's move on to the key of B. And we're gonna sing number 7. Re, fa, re, ti, re. Re, fa, re, ti, re. Checking. And let's go to D flat. We're gonna sing number 8. Re, ti, re, fa, re. Re, ti, re, fa, re. Checking. Okay, good. So that was the melodic patterns of the day. What else can we do? Should do. Let's work with triads. Let's work with diatonic triads. Same process. We're gonna play a triad for now because we're working only with major keys, kind of to imply a certain key. Then we're gonna sing the triad up and down. Can we sing it in another way, like down and up? Maybe from the third up, third down. Yes, we can. But for this online webinar class, we only are gonna sing them up and down for now. Yeah, maybe later on I'm gonna start working with melodic permutations applied to triads. That's fascinating. Yeah, then when I practice them, I realize, oh my goodness, I need to practice more. Okay, so why don't we start? Let's start easy. Let's go to the key of G. Now we're gonna sing the triad up and down. Yeah, the melody note in implied in the triad, up and down. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. And then at the very end we play the triad, so we're connecting what we're singing with the actual sound. So our subconscious mind, you know, is doing the matching, yeah, and we're gonna be able to hear triads, and also then eventually this skill is gonna evolve, yeah, and we're gonna also be able to hear upper structure triads or a large voicings, 4-note chords, 5-note chords, 6, 7, even 8-note chords, yeah, and be able to hear all the inner parts of all those voicings. And this is how we start. Let's go to 4 major. 4 major in which key? B flat. I'm gonna sing 4 major, up and down. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Okay, let's go to key of F. We're gonna sing 7 diminished. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. At the very end, at the very last note, I should have played the triad. Yeah, that's actually the way the technique works. Now we're gonna go to, which key should we go? Key of A. We're gonna sing the 3 minor in the key of A. Mi, sol, ti, sol, mi. That's it. At the end, we play the triad. Let's go to the next one. We're gonna go to, let's go to a key of D flat. We're gonna sing the 6 minor in the key of D flat. La, do, mi, do, la. Okay, so far so good. And let's go to the key of D. We're gonna sing the 2 minor in the key of D. Re, fa, la, fa, re. And let's go to a key of G flat. We're gonna sing the last one, 5 major in the key of G flat. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. Okay, so we have done diatonic triads. We have to do one more thing, and we're done with ear training for today. Intervals. We're gonna work with diatonic intervals, yeah, within a key. So we did diatonic seconds. We have done diatonic thirds. I think we did that last week. So today we're gonna work on diatonic fourths. So we're gonna listen how those fourths sound in relationship to a key. This type of ear training with intervals is quite different of what we normally do in school, in music school. In music school, usually what they do is a memory device. They ask you, okay, I want you to learn those songs for all those intervals ascending and all those songs for all those intervals descending. There was a great teacher in Boston. Yeah, his name Charlie Banacos, and he had a completely different point of view about how to use inner musical memory devices. Yeah, and his thinking actually influenced me enormously. Yeah, it changed everything that I do. Yeah. So now we're gonna work with our intervals, everything ascending, diatonic fourths. So it can be a perfect fourth, it can be an augmented fourth, it doesn't matter where it fits. So here we go. I'm gonna play a major triad, so that would imply the C major scale. If I play an A flat triad, that would imply an A flat major scale. Prerequisite, once more, you have to learn to build all your scales, all 12 keys with solfege, ascending, descending. Once you can do that, or at least feel a bit comfortable, then we can do other fun stuff. Okay, so we're gonna work with diatonic fourths. G. I'm gonna sing do fa ascending. Do fa checking. Let's go to B flat. Now we're gonna sing re sol. Re sol. I should have sing first, check later. Okay, my mistake. Let's go to the third one. Let's go to the key of D flat. We're gonna sing mi la. mi, la. Okay, and let's go to the key of G. We're gonna sing Fa, Ti, ascending. Fa, Ti. And let's go to B. We're gonna sing Sol, Do. Sol, Do. And moving on, we're gonna go to the key of D. And we're gonna sing La, Re. La, Re. And where should we go? Let's go to F. And we're gonna sing the last one, ascending, Ti, Mi. Ti, Mi. Okay, we did fourth ascending. Fourth ascending, and let's do the descending ones. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's complete. Okay, we're gonna go descending. Let's go to the key of C. We're gonna sing Do, Sol, descending. Do, Sol. Next one, Re, La. We're gonna sing Re, La in the key of E flat. Re, La. Let's check. And let's go to the next one. Let's go to A flat. We're gonna sing Mi, Ti, descending. Mi, Ti. And let's move on. Let's go to the key of B. And we're gonna sing Fa, Do, descending. Fa, Do. Moving on, let's go to the key of E. We're gonna sing Sol, Re. Sol, Re. And moving on, let's go to A flat. We're gonna sing La, Mi. La, Mi. Checking. And one last one, and we're done. We're gonna go to the key of B. We're gonna sing Ti, Fa. Ti, Fa. Okay, we're done with diatonic fourths. Okay, be sure to practice that. That's gonna get all your melodic development into hyperspeed. Yeah, you're gonna start listening, hearing a melody so much clearer. Yeah, and then we're also working with the kinesthetic memory placement of those sounds in your body, in your body in relationship to the keyboard. Yeah, so not only you should be able to hear it in your mind, but your body should effortlessly go to that note. Yeah, and in the range of accuracy, yeah, it's just little by little just gonna go up and up and up. Okay, so now, as promised, we're gonna do polychords. So, okay, let's talk about polychords, and let's go to the first example. Okay, so what do we have here? We have two triads. We have the triad of C major, and we have a triad of G major. And then if we play them together, we're gonna have a very nice structure. And that's something that actually we should explore. Yeah, we should explore. Let me see if I can change my camera. Okay, good. So, first polychord. We had C, And then on top, we had an E minor triad. Together, oh, sorry. We had a C major triad, and then we had a G major triad, yeah? So together, yeah, together, then we end up with this structure, which is a C major 7/9. That's another way of seeing it, like just stacking it in thirds. Yeah, but some composers sometimes, or just for sound-wise, yeah, you may want to have one triad and one triad. Okay, so how about then Sera Jo? She's gonna start exploring also inversion. So we can play our major triad in first inversion and our G triad in first inversion. We can have this. Okay, nevertheless, I'm gonna play it here because it's easier to see. Is it easier to see? I don't know. Let me zoom in. Now it's easier to see. Okay, nevertheless, Sera Jo was not doubling the fifth. Why? Well, that's something I asked her, Sera, how come you're not doubling the fifth? Because I tend to do that. It is also because Sera, she studied with Russell Ferrante, the pianist of Yellow Jackets. Yeah, Russ was very careful, yeah, about doubling notes. Yeah, maybe I'm not too careful about doubling notes, but Russ was very careful about doubling notes. And actually, he has a point because that gives him a very unique sound. See, instead of doubling, it's a little bit more muddy. Yeah, but this is a little bit clearer. Okay, so let's go back. We have a C major triad. We have a G triad. Now I'm gonna put my C major triad in second inversion. I'm gonna put my G triad in second inversion, and I end up with this chord. Okay, am I doubling any note? Yes, I'm doubling my G again. Yeah, so I can take the G out. Yeah, and I can end up with, if I'm in key of C, solfege, sol, do, mi, re, ti. And we're gonna let go of the 5 of a sol because I'm already playing it here and I don't wanna double this. Okay, so let me see if I can play this. Okay, so that's very interesting. Let's play those 3 triads. Root position, C and G. First inversion, C and G. And I'm gonna let go of the 5. Yeah, and second inversion, C and G. And I'm gonna let go of the 5. Okay, good. So now why don't we go back and let's listen to Sera Jo's video on Poly-Chords. Whoops, what did I do? One moment. One moment. I think I lost my video, but I'm gonna gain it back. Okay, where is my video? It is here. Okay, now we're gonna go into inversions, yeah? Both triads, or both major triads, which is on the root and on the 5th, are gonna go into first inversion. So let's watch. Oops, no, that was not correct. Sera is actually going through all the different positions. Yeah, from root to root, root first, second, root, second, first, root, up and down. And then we're gonna move on and we're gonna practice this in all 12 keys. So here we go. Okay, great. Yeah, that was a nice introduction to polychords. And actually, we should explore polychords, how different triads on top of each other. Let me change here. Well, one moment. Okay. Yeah, so how different triads on top of each other, they are going to create different structures. Yeah, so we used a C triad at the bottom and then a G triad on top. And then we're going to get one type of a sound. But how about we could have a G triad and below and also a G minor on top. Then we're going to have a different type of sounds. This would imply kind of a dominant 7 with 9. How about a C triad and we can do a B flat triad on top. And that's gonna imply, yeah, that's a sus, but I have a third, so maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. How about I can have a G triad and I can have a B flat diminished on top. Okay. And that's going to imply a dominant 7 flat 9. Yeah, so we're going to explore a lot. Okay, so now we're in the mood of voicings, isn't it? Yes. So now everybody's going to listen to my lecture when we do our dominant 7, flat 13, sharp 9 voicing in first inversion, using either intervals or solfege. So we're going to build them. Yeah, so we're going to build them. This is a different concept. This is more like a concept that I like. I like actually to build all my notes of a voicing and stack them. In the way I organize them in my mind and I learn to visualize them. Yes, visualize them. Very important. Super important. Yeah. I remember when I was 11 years old, I was studying with composer Edgar Valcárcel. Edgar Valcárcel, back at home in Lima, Peru, he was like the composer. He studied with Oliver Messiaen in France, and he studied with Aaron Copland in New York, and in Argentina he studied with Ginastera. So in Lima he was like, I was so fortunate to be able to take lessons with him. So one of the things that Edgar used to tell me back then, I was 11 years old, was, Carlos, you have to learn to see. I didn't know what he meant. Yeah, but maybe 20 years later, I kind of figured out. Yeah, he was probably referring to the act of creating, yeah, internal musical imagery. Internal musical imagery, which is, let's say if I take this chord and I have my chord where I have my 3, flat 13, flat 7, and sharp 9. Yeah, so how am I going to build internal imagery? Number one would be the image of this chord in my mind's eye. Then how it sounds. Yeah, that would be auditory imagery. The feeling or kinesthetic imagery. Yeah, so if I play this chord and I pay attention to my hands, there is a certain feel to it. Yeah, and that feel is unique. And there is only that feel of that chord, that voicing, and that key. So then I can recall it and I can use it to be able to memorize whatever pattern, but just by feel. Yeah, by kinesthetic feel. Okay, good. So now we're going to build this chord in all 12 keys. So here we go. C. We're going to build the chords ascending and we're going to play each note and we're going to sing each note. F. B flat. And let's go to E flat. flat. D flat. Mi, le, te, re. G flat. Mi, le, te, re. B. Let's go to E. Mi, le, te, re. A. Mi, le, te, re. And let's go to D. Last one. Let's go to G. Mi, le, te, re. Okay, good. So that was kind of a first step, yeah, of working with voicings. Remember what we did. Not only we played them in all different keys, we sing each note with solfege. Yeah, so we're developing our ability to hear all the inner parts of all those voicings. And we're using movable do solfege as our language. Mi, le, te, re, and we play. Later on, maybe next week, I want to do something else with this chord. I want to take it through different cycles, changing hands, and using different techniques for my left hand or my right hand, yeah? So, coming up next week. And what are we going to do now? Okay, I want to do some Latin piano. I want to have fun. Okay, good. So we are going to, we're going to play a pattern, merengue piano pattern, in pambiche style. Again, we have two types of main, two main styles. We're going to have derecho, which means straight, pambiche, which is more syncopated. Yeah, and within pambiche and within derecho, there are all different types of sub-styles. Yeah, so why don't we start? And let's listen. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh boy, this pattern is tricky. Okay, let me see. Okay, can you imagine spending a whole night doing a whole gig, yeah, non-stop, yeah, playing this pattern even much faster? Okay, I don't know how I did it. Maybe I was much younger in those days. Okay, so we have this pattern, and we're gonna need some very loose wrists in order to play that pattern. Here we go. 3 and okay, so why don't we listen to it again? Yeah, and we're gonna play along. And ideally, we should play this in all 12 keys. Little by little, very slowly. Yeah, this is also very good for our wrist and octave technique. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and now we're gonna play again, but we're gonna take it in slow speed. We're gonna go to 180 beats per minute. And here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so now we're gonna practice, but without the piano. Yeah, so we're gonna see just the music, bass and percussion, and you're gonna play, or we're gonna play. I'm practicing too. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so now we're gonna practice, but in 248 beats per minute. So let's remember to keep those wrists loose, loose. And I always tell my students, if by any chance you're starting to feel uncomfortable, then you stop immediately. Yeah, that means that still we haven't learned how to relax our hands and our arms. Yeah, so then we just stop. Yeah, no problem. So, and here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Okay, so now I want to go to another aspect, of a Latin jazz piano, Latin piano. We're going to work with some salsa montunos. And so last week we started to work with 2-5-1s, and we did 2-5-1s in major, 2-3 claving, and 3-2 claving. So now we're going to work with this pattern. Yeah, we're going to work with this pattern. Yeah, in this pattern I have a 2-5-1 but in minor. So I have a 2 minor 7 flat 5. I have a 5-7 flat 9. And I'm going to have a minor 6, but what I see here, this pattern is a minor 7 actually. But it goes to minor 6. So if I take this pattern, slowly would be 1, 2, 3, and. Then if we add bass, we don't have to, but I'm gonna just demo how it would sound. Okay, so we're gonna practice. We're gonna start slowly. We're gonna start about 135 beats per minute. and then we're gonna take our tempo up. So why don't we start? Okay, good. And let me see. Maybe I can zoom in a bit more. Yes, but I need to move my camera. Need to move my camera. Okay, my voice is a little bit too low. I'm getting, okay, how about now? Testing, testing. Okay, so how about now? It should be, I hope. It should be there. Okay. No, I should have changed my camera here. Okay, and that's actually a nice angle. Okay, so we're gonna practice together. Let's practice together. Okay, that was good. So now let's move up the tempo. You know, I would like just to play and relax, have a good time, and chill with this groove. Yeah, so that's why I'm repeating this pattern. I'm repeating it 8 times. Yeah, so we're gonna repeat it 8 times. And yeah, why don't we start? 145 beats per minute. So we're gonna go up in a notch. Here we go, practicing together. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, now let's move up. Let's go to 155 beats per minute. Okay, 155 beats per minute. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's take it to kind of medium salsa tempo now. we're gonna go to 165 beats per minute. And again, we're just gonna relax into that groove, you know. As we used to say, sabroso, yeah, with a lot of flavor. Yeah, and chill. There is a certain chill feeling there is always, you know, when you see a great salsa pianist, you know, sometimes they're playing the most abstruse patterns, but they are just smiling, you know, and just laying back, yeah. So I just love that feel. So here we go. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Okay, I think now it's time to say goodbye until next week. So, thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen and play lots of good music. See you next week.